Israel's conflict with Houthi forces has reached Yemen's heartland. Airstrikes have left at least 6 dead, the WHO chief narrowly escaped, and the UN is sounding alarms. How did we get here? Let's break it down. Israel struck multiple sites in Yemen on Thursday, December 26. Among the targets was Sana'a International Airport. Houthi media reports 6 deaths and over 40 injured. 3 died in Sana'a and 3 more in Houthi. The strikes also hit key infrastructure, including power stations in Hejaz and Ras Kanatib, and ports along Yemen's western coast like Houthi and Salif. The Israeli military confirmed the operation, citing military infrastructure linked to the Iran-backed Houthi group. A dramatic twist unfolded when WHO Director-General Dr. Tedros narrowly escaped the airport strike. Dr. Tedros and his team were boarding a flight when the bombardment began. He reported that the airport's air traffic control tower and departure lounge were damaged. A crew member was injured. Despite the chaos, Dr. Tedros confirmed he and his team were safe. He posted, and I quote, "As we were about to board our flight from Sana'a about 2 hours ago, the airport came under aerial bombardment. One of our plane's crew members was injured. At least 2 people were reported killed at the airport. The air traffic control tower, the departure lounge just a few meters from where we were, and the runway were damaged. We will need to wait for the damage to the airport to be repaired before we can leave. My UN and @WHO colleagues and I are safe." End quote. The Houthis were quick to respond, vowing retaliation. Al Masira TV reported their pledge to meet escalation with escalation. UN Secretary-General António Guterres condemned the strikes, calling them especially alarming. He warned of further escalation and emphasized the grave risk to humanitarian aid operations. Millions in Yemen rely on this assistance for survival.
The Secretary-General condemns the escalation between Yemen and Israel. Israeli airstrikes today on Sana'a International Airport, the Red Sea ports, and power stations in Yemen are especially alarming. The airstrikes reportedly resulted in numerous casualties, including at least 3 people killed and dozens more injured. A United Nations humanitarian air service crew member was also injured when the airport was hit. A high-level delegation by the UN, headed by the World Health Organization Director General, Dr. Tedros, was at the airport when the strikes occurred. The delegation had just concluded discussions on the humanitarian situation in Yemen and on the release of UN and other detained personnel.
Strikes follow repeated Houthi attacks on Israel, including drone and missile launches in support of Palestinians in Gaza. Just days ago, a Houthi missile hit Tel Aviv Jaffa, injuring 14. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu declared the campaign against the Houthis is only beginning. His stance is bolstered by ongoing campaigns against Iran-backed forces in Lebanon and Syria. The situation in Yemen reflects the region's escalating tensions. With global shipping disrupted and humanitarian aid under threat, the stakes are higher than ever. The UN Security Council is set to address these developments on Monday. Stay tuned as the story unfolds. The next chapter could redefine the Middle East conflict.